Donnie be
What's good, everybody? It's Donnie B. Got the Beats. We live for the next edition of The Beat. Here it is, season 6. We well on our way, ladies and gentlemen. This is my third guest of the season, and it's already like mind blowing. The magnitude of the talent that I got on. Last week we instructed you guys about gentrification and finances and stuff and so forth and so on. But this brother here tonight is bad. I mean, he's just gonna school you on just straight pure talent and comedy, man. Like, this brother is one of the most gifted people that I've come across in my travels. But we're going to get to that point. You know what time it is. It's time for that glorious intro, y'all. So like I said, man, we look, those that know that I'm on social media, like heavy, you know. I might not chime in all the way. In fact, most of my social media is all about promo, about things that I'm doing, the things that I'm working with, the people that I'm working with, so forth and so on. But I love comedy. I love jokes. I love funny things like fail videos, skits, the whole nine. This brother, I came across this page, I don't know, maybe it was like 2-3 years ago, maybe. But I've been watching it, and it's just, I mean, even to this day, I just, my eyes be watering watching this brother work. But not only that, this brother is stupidly talented as far as by way of singing and music and musicality. He's a smart entrepreneur and businessman. But you know what time it is. We're just gonna get straight to it. I had the pleasure of having the actor, comedian, singer, songwriter, professional host, entrepreneur extraordinaire, Phill Wade. What's going on, Mr. Phill Wade?
My man, appreciate the end. That was a glorious intro indeed.
Indeed, man. Thank you for joining me on this day, brother.
Appreciate you for having me on, dog. Much love. I said it before in private, and I say it in public in front of all your fan base, man, and mine as well. Just thank you for having me on, bro. I really appreciate the light that you're shedding on the community and what we doing out here, you know, in the realms of entertainment and professionalism as a whole, bro. You're doing a good thing, dog.
I appreciate it, man. You know, and you know, little known fact that you may or may not have known, but I'm a recording artist as well. And you know, I went through my periods of trying to find these types of avenues and opportunities, and you know, just had to scratch and claw to get something like this. And I figured, why not be able to just showcase people that I come across, you know what I mean, and lift them up, you know what I mean? So it's just my way of giving it back. But like I said, I am pleasured. I am more than pleasured to have you on this day, bro. You don't even know.
Blessings.
Let's get over to get straight to it. We're gonna keep this at about an hour, a little bit over, a little under, but you know, we're gonna keep it moving. The first premier question for Mr. Phill Wade is just that. Who is Phill Wade? Let all of the people out there know who Phill Wade is.
Man, Phill Wade is a melting pot of things. Phill Wade is all the things you mentioned. You know, it's funny on Instagram. You know, there's a in your bio, there's a drop down box. You have to select who you are. Are you a fashion mogul, or writer, or things like that? And I switch mine all the time. And I just right now it says artist because I am an artist. I love art in all forms, whether it comes in music or dance or, acting, film, television, even food. Food is art to me, man. You know what I'm saying? If you played it right, you got to look at like, you know what I'm saying? It's art. So I'm an artist. I love art. So Phill Wade is an artist. I love expressing it in various forms. You know what I'm saying? If you follow me, you heard me sing, even the way that I sing. Sometimes it's ugly. I'm like, how, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'm singing, I'm writing, I'm giving the people what they need, entertainment, live music, live band, stuff like that. So I'm an artist. Phill Wade is an artist, in every sense of it.
I second that. I stamp that as a matter of fact, because I mean, definitely, we throw these things out in the universe and like kind of like throwing it against the wall and hoping that it sticks. And I mean, some just do that better than others. And you're one of the people I've come across in my travels, just fucking knock shit out of the park all the time, bro. Like, and it comes across as effortless, but I'm sure that there's a lot of work into it because I'm in the craft myself. You know what I mean? And I know how easily people can kind of look at that and say, kind of look that, not, what's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of not really appreciate it for what it is, man. But like you said, it is 100% art, definitely. You got to tell who Phill Wade is. Want to talk about growing up? Let people out there know where you grew up. What was it like for you, and what hurdles did you overcome to become the success that you are today?
Man, that was a melting pot of an experience as well. I was born in New York. I'm from Rochester, New York, upstate, and I grew up there and in New Jersey. Anybody from Jersey out there? Newark, New Jersey, Patterson, New Jersey, East Orange, all around there. And then later, my dad got remarried. His wife was from Dallas. It was too cold for her up in New York, too much snow. So I went on back, and when I moved with my mom to with my dad, that's how I ended up in Texas. That's how I'm here. I'm in Texas now, and so I'm in Texas. I'm East Coast born, West Coast raised, all of that. I'm all that in between. So, I enjoyed the experience. I loved when I came down to the South, but it was a culture shock. It was a culture shock, but it's been all love. I love Houston. I love my city, so it's been good.
I get it, man. I'm originally from the East Coast myself, in the Northeast. My family is actually from New York and Pennsylvania and Jersey. So, but I'm from DC, and right now I'm currently in Los Angeles, and like you, culture shock. You know what I mean? Now, how does all of that moving around, or how did it affect you growing up?
Man, I was the only child for a very, very long time. So it affected me, man. I was always in my own zone, building characteristics of being in your own zone. Sometimes just secluded. I like family. I love family. I love friends and all that stuff. But you learn some traits. You learn some stuff. You learn some things about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I got to explore. That's when my imagination took off, because it was just me. So my mama wasn't having no more babies at the time. So my imagination came alive at that point. I was everything. I was boys to men all by myself. I was all four members. I was all four Ninja Turtles at one time by myself. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was a kung fu master. I was the teacher. I was getting beat up and coming back and winning. I was everything, man. So that's when my imagination just really, really took off, from being an only child and just like moving around and just having to, be comfortable, get comfortable with yourself. That's where that started at. It didn't happen then, but that's where it started at.
Well, it's interesting because it feels like it kind of segues to my next question. If it does, just obviously we don't even have to really broach it, but when did you discover your talents for comedy and acting? Well, we'll just start there, obviously, because you got a plethora of talent. Mm-hmm. But as far as the comedy and acting, did that stem from, like you said, coming up and tapping into that imagination?
Well, man, a little bit. Really, it came out of, because it was forced out of me, because circumstance. When I was in school, I went to shout out to Prairie View A&M University, HBCU out here. I was in school, engineering major, 5-year degree, and 5-year program, and I lost my scholarship. I had a scholarship, lost my scholarship, and I had to figure out a way to get some more scholarships, you know,
Mm.
to pay for school. So at the time, the movie Ray, Jamie Foxx just come out. And so, man, I used to watch that movie all the time. And so I just did it in the talent show, won $10,000. And I kept running. I was like, oh, I'm kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? People, you know, rock with the vibe, you know. I always been personable. People really rock with the vibe in that sense. But as far as entertaining in that aspect, that really turned me up. So I was forced into, you know, the funny game. I was a late bloomer in a sense. So, you know, that opportunity really, life really just kind of came at me in that way and said, hey, you got some other, you know, you're not an engineer, basically. You know what I'm saying? So here we are.
I get it, man. And it takes a different type of person to be in, you know, when the lights come on, to be in front of everybody or behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes is one thing, but being in front, you know, obviously people clamor for it. They you know, they scratching their claw to try to be that, and then some people actually get there, don't realize all that it entails. But everything that I see that you do, it's like you're supposed to be where you are. Do you get that sense?
Yes, I feel like things are happening as they should be when I start. When I begin the process of doing whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing, things tend to happen as they should in a certain matter of time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is with most people. People recently asked me, I'm an up and coming comedian. You got any words of advice? Start. You know, you start and you'll learn so much along the way. And you got to learn fast in this day and time with technology and just, you know, being in the know of this, that, and the third. So starting, once I started, it turns up everything. Once I start anything, I don't care if it's starting washing the dishes. Like, I see it's a whole bunch of dishes in there, but if I start, I'm gonna go crazy, and it's gonna be, you know, I'm gonna knock it out. I'm gonna do a great job at it. But it's just a matter of starting with everything, man.
That's a, you know, and that's a staple question for the beat. In fact, we'll end this with advice for up and coming talent. But I gotta say, your answer's got to be in the top 3, because I mean, I've heard a lot of them, and this is season 6. You know what I mean? But like you said, start. It's just that simple. Just do. You put that foot in, and you know, put one foot in front of the other. You'll look back after several paces and realize that you came a long way. Like, you know, it's crazy. That's ridiculous. Switching gears just a bit. I want you to explain, or better yet, let me scratch that. Could you describe your journey as a comedian and as an actor? What was that like?
As a comedian, you know, I am not a standard comedian. I am not a standard stand up and tell jokes comedian. Matter of fact, I never wrote down a set before, ever. And I performed at the Improv. I've performed at various locations. I performed at, you know, various, you know, stand up places in LA and Nashville, South Carolina, this, that, and the third, right? But my comedy, the lane to comedy was a little bit unorthodox for the crowd that I was around, because everybody I know was like stand up, legit stand up, cold blooded stand up comedians. I can make people laugh. You can put me in any arena. You know what I'm saying? I love, like I said, I love art. So I can make people laugh by being myself. I can make people laugh by just, you know, doing things, whether it may be some, you know, some funny poetry. I'm talking about baby hair, you know what I'm saying, or doing some type of song rendition or something like that. And, you know, another comedian come in, they be like, man, that nigga ain't tell not one joke. I'll be like, yeah, I didn't tell no joke, but I got the whole room just rocking, just laughing, you know what I'm saying? So it came through confidence of the internet, actually. So, you know, even making music, they was like, man, when they heard my first viral video of me impersonating Trey Songz, they was like, man, he sound funny, or He sounds funny, but he sounds like he can sing, man. Where his album at? And I'm like, my album? Where all multiple people asking, you got to listen to the people, man. You got to listen to the people. They say, where your album? Me and my homies, we went in the studio, we cooked up an album. They was like, man, that's funny. That look like they could be on the t-shirt. Where the t-shirt at? I'll buy it. Oh, what? You'll buy what I just said out my mouth? Put it on the t-shirt, LLC, trademark. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We selling the you know what I'm saying? So it's been a lot of listening to what the people are telling me and doing what's natural for me. So making people laugh is natural for me. So it's not I listened to the people on the internet and I literally got up on the stage. I didn't test out some material at some place. I literally just got up there and did it because it was just like a natural progression of things. Just like I started and I put some information out there on the internet and listen to the people. They'll tell you if you trash. They'll tell you if you sound good. They'll tell you if you're not funny. They'll tell you if your idea is played out. And I listened to them, and I literally went on stage. And my homie asked me the other day, did you do any open mics to try any material before? Nope. We just went for it. And so that was my gateway. The internet was my gateway to all the things that I do. I listen to the people. I put out information, listen to the people. I perform it live. You monetize it. And that's the game. That's the game.
I think the blessing in that is just understanding that, you are very, what's the word I'm looking for? You manifest your destiny. Like you're in control of that. And you're damn good at it because, like I said, the content that you put out is hilarious. And in fact, I just put about 15 to 20 people that ain't ever heard of you on to you this week. Just off of, as we talked before the show, the Booty skit just specifically. And they was like, oh, I gotta have that link. I gotta show my wife. I gotta show my wife. You know what I mean? Like it's there. You know what I mean? And it's not, to me, nothing about any content that you put out seems forced. And I think that's the beautiful part of it. It's Basquiat with a paintbrush. You know what I mean? There's certain people that can do what they can do, but there's certain people that they're just damn good. You know what I mean? Whether or not that's while we have them or when, we celebrate them posthumously, you just have that. You know what I mean? And I really want to make sure that you understand that that's what I believe. From one brother to another brother. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot. We in a spot where everybody's jockeying for position, right? And there's just a lot of people that don't, honestly, dare I say it, there's a lot of people that don't deserve to be in that space. But who am I to say that, right? But there are people such as yourself that really just slick your hair back and you just go, and and it's a blessing. I really appreciate your gifts, man. I really do. Seriously,
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
No doubt. Now, what would you say are or were your biggest obstacles in establishing yourself in the industry?
Me.
Yeah, you said
I was my biggest obstacle. It's just a matter of believing in yourself and having a level of confidence and vibrato about yourself. Maintaining, it's a balance of things. I'm a Libra, so everything about balancing, right? And so it's a balance of being humble. It's a balance of being confident. It's a balance of balancing your fears and your courage and confronting fear daily. It's a battle of consistency, which we as human beings, we just deal with that. How we deal with it, everybody deals with it differently. Consistency is good for everything positive we trying to do over here. It's just why your show. You on season 6 and you wouldn't have done that without consistency. You know what I'm saying? So it's always me against me. I'm not gonna say I'm my worst enemy, but it's always me against me and being better than yesterday. So if anything was holding me back, it was just me. I've always been as good. I haven't always been as good as I am, but I've always been great at my craft. But it was just a matter of me believing it. It's like, you think about when Drake first released, you know, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. He's been that good since he dropped. He's been that good. Like, and like, it's a lot of creatives, there's a lot of great thinkers, there's a lot of minds, there's a lot of children out here who are that good at a very young age. It just takes some either life throwing something at them to make them believe in themselves, or the community around them has to be feeding them the information and letting them know, hey, you really that good, you really cold in the mud, like you really him, you really. And sometimes it's not that, and sometimes people be looking for the validation in the wrong places. So luckily for me, I felt that I don't get really turned on by a whole bunch of compliments all the time. It's just trying to manage that, being humble, and just, you know, people tell you things all the time, but it's more important what you tell yourself. So once I started feeding myself the right type of information and really started being like, yeah, I can really turn it up in any venue, and I can really be him. I'm really that. I see myself getting the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. I want all of that. Things started turning around. My perception of who I am and what I charge people for what I do. You know what I'm saying? Everything, your belief in yourself, it all translates. So it was always about me being the hurdle. You know what I'm saying? So
that's great answers, brother. Great answers. Make sure you guys like and subscribe Phill Wade on social media and the web. Let them know that you're here. As a matter of fact, feel free to hit them up in the comment section. Chat us. I'll ask them any questions that you may have. Feel free to reach out. But again, just social media whiz, actor, comedian, entrepreneur, music singer, producer, everything. Son, Phill Wade. Make sure you hit us up, man. We're live. I know this is a taboo question, and I know you've been in the game long enough to understand why it's taboo, but I'm gonna ask you the name drop, brother. Can you name some notable people that you work with?
Oh man, mainly some R&B guys. Man, I've done some stuff with Shaq. I've done some stuff with the man, David and Tamla Man. Some BT stuff. I've done open up for Tank, Avant, Mario, Wale, a bunch of music artists. You know, I've been sprinkling around. I just opened up for Afion Crockett at the Improv about a month and a half ago. I'm just using my talents all over the place in different venues, man, as I can, you know, whether it be stand up or, you know, musically, so, or acting, or you know, whatever it may be, man. I'm a Swiss Army knife ready to be used. So sharp, my man.
I get that, brother. I get that. What are you currently working on? What are you like? What are your current aspirations, your projects that people need to be on the lookout for coming up real soon?
Okay, so man, I have a few things on. Well, first of all, I just finished shooting a movie. It's called DGK, aka Double Kill. It's with Maverick Films, directed by Joseph Elmore, here in Houston, Texas. It'll be coming out on Amazon, Tubi, and another streaming service. I can't remember. But yeah, I've shot a couple of movies this year, so that's been going well. I shot that movie, and I shot another movie. It's gonna be coming out soon called 10 Reasons Men Cheat. And so that's gonna be another film that's gonna be fairly funny as well. Comedies, both of them comedies, comedy, dramedy. As music related, I have a series that I do monthly. It's called Freestyle Friday. Every week I drop improvisational. I've been doing this for a minute though, like jam sessions, just improv jam sessions. Me and the homies get together and we just start making up songs, making up vibes, you know, singing that type of just receiving energy. And but I've been doing a monthly Friday show at this spot here in Houston called Vegan Based Studios. We will be streaming it, so I'll be posting information for that soon on my social media. But a lot of working with different artists in Texas. We just had Bricklium. His name is Bricklium from Dallas. He came down and Did a crazy show. So a lot of music installments. What else? My alter ego, my R&B alter ego, his name is K Relly. I'm about to drop a whole project with him, comedy R&B. Music is banging, bomb. I think 90s R&B. If you a fan of 90s R&B, Aaron Hall, Boys to Men, Jodeci, Silk, all that H-Town, you know what I'm saying? If you're a fan of any of that, then K Relly is your guy. So I'm gonna be dropping some bangers. I got a joint with Devin the Dude. I'm gonna be dropping soon. And some other people we got in the works. I want to keep that under wraps. But yeah, music, acting. I'm all over the place, man. I got a show on September the 18th, next Sunday here at the Improv. Doing a show with my friend Houston comedian Chinadu. He's off the chain. He's been going crazy on a tour. So I'm everywhere with it, man. I'm trying to get in where I fit in.
Yeah, you're doing your thing, brother. Definitely. And wish you nothing but the best for sure.
Thank you.
We at that point in time where I want to be able to show some people what it is that you do. Those that aren't already on the Phill Wade bandwagon. So we're gonna get to some features real quick. And I'm doing something unprecedented because I usually try to keep it at 1 or 2 little samples so people can kind of see what you do, but you do so much. So I try to get one of whatever I could get out of you. You know what I'm saying? So we about to go into the exclusive feature. You ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
Oh, pooty booty, who told him, who would have thought that this was a good idea? I can't imagine them getting together saying, how can we have a gender reveal? How can we reveal it to all the neighborhoods in our little community to let them know that it's a boy or a girl? Let me pour some powder. Hold on. I got a nasty, stupid idea. We should do it all together and watch and be proud. I'm gonna sprinkle some powder in your booty. Sprinkle some powder in your booty. But before I do that, you can't be standing up. You gotta lay down, take your pants over, take your drawers over, lay down. All the brothers and the uncles and the grandpas and the little nephews and nieces and everybody else stand over there. All the ladies stand over here. I'm gonna sprinkle the powder in your booty while you're laying down on the ground, right by the kitchen where the food ain't finger licking. It's foot licking, it's booty-tacular. She got booty anthrax. I'm gonna pour it in your booty, and she gonna and she put it out of butter. Who thought this was a good idea? Nobody. I bet the baby in there like, I don't want to come out. Wrap me up in the doggone umbilical cord. Wrap me up in the umbilical cord. Not so I can choke myself. Just so I can grow up in a belly. Cause I don't want to come out. Send me back to the manufacturer. Send me back, stat. ASAP. Why you do that, pulling out your booty like you just don't care? Right by the kitchen and your friends clapping over there looking dumb. All of y'all mentally retarded. You can tell when she farted.
I'm making dark, yo. He said, wrap me up with the umbilical cord. So I gotta ask you, if you could, and obviously you don't want to share your ingredients, right? But you have any kind of insight that you want to share with how you even remotely came up with, or how do you come up with the skits? I mean, I know you're a free, a freestyle and what do you call that? The people that improv basketball. But can you describe putting that piece together?
Man, a lot of those are just like, first of all, I grew up in church and just listening to preachers riff. They just be going on and on and on. And so a lot of that is that mixed with Dolomite. Just like making words rhyme, and just like it is a lot of riffing. It is just a lot of improv, and they just be like some one takes. And people wonder, are the songs, you know, do I premeditate, or am I, when they see me staring at something, am I looking at some words? No, I just be going off, you know what I'm saying? Just mimicking and just having fun. It's just a product of me just having fun. That's just it's similar to how Bruce Lee would pick up some nunchucks and start, or Kyrie would pick up a basketball and just start going between his legs, and or a pianist would, you know, just start real fast with their fingers. You know, it's the equivalent of something like that. That's the best way that I can describe it, you know, as far as being an artist and just doing something in that type of moment with all yeah, man, just having fun, man, just having fun.
Well, I love it. Like I said, that piece alone, I just shared that so much this week. It's ridiculous. I was just like, Jesus, this is hilarious right here.
Bless.
The next video that I have is you, or should I say an alter ego, performing Mary Jane. We're going to play that. We're going to play a little bit of it, and then we're going to talk about it afterwards.
Yes, sir.
I gotta say, bud, like you are a showman extraordinary.
Man.
So, what was that like putting that together? Because the thing again, being in the industry and working with music, and I understand production value, and if nothing else, I was floored with the production that you know what I mean, like for you to come up with the bass, and then have the girls with you, and then it was you know what I mean. It was just organized chaos, but it was, I love it. Like, what was that like for you?
Man, that's a glorious it's a glorious show. It's called the Miller Outdoor. It's at Miller Outdoor Theater. It's called the Motown and More Review. It's the largest show that they have every year. We do the show on Memorial Day weekend, and it's like a 4-day show, usually like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, usually about 10,000 people out there a night. And so I've been doing this show for about 8 years, maybe about 8 years. And I am the performance coach and vocal director. So through that, we also work with the Houston Symphony Orchestra. So we see them, and then we have, our own chosen backline, which is the, the bass, guitar, keys, electric guitar. And so we put it together in those lights, and we have dances. It's a very big production. If anybody here is listening, and somebody's in the Houston area, you're in the Houston area, we have auditions. It's towards the end of January, beginning of February, and it is the greatest thing for performance value and raising your level of performance and stage presence, and it will follow you for the rest of your life. The things that we do to prepare and get you ready, it's unparalleled to any other training that I've done in my life as far as, being a live performer. So, and if you couldn't tell, I love doing that. They even let me be Prince, and I'm dark skinned. They let me do, you know what I'm saying? So I love performing live, man, the whole Broadway feel, that we have here in Houston. And so that's another level, another layer to, the artistry, that I, like to give to the people. So, yeah, man, another part of Phill Wade also.
Definitely. I love it. Everything, man. Last video I'm gonna share is Freestyle Friday. This is actually you. It's not you recreating or doing anything else. This is just you freeform Freestyle Fridays that you mentioned with you and your fam doing your thing and just being organic. So we're gonna play this video and then we're gonna talk about it. Here we go.
Freestyle Friday, we freestyle every day, but we doing it this way like the Ultra Master Sensei that I am. Man of many colors like Jacob, with the sweater of many colors. Trying to be your number one, not your number two now. Trying to hit you with the Malibu, yeah. It's the more Phill Wade coming with a new style. Girl, I want that beef like you was a new cow coming out the womb. I can smell your perfume. Girl, you coming warm like it is the month of June. You the one I really wanna do. You the one I wanna pursue. Can I put up in my application? Girl, I need to make a reservation in your heart. Girl, I really need you in my nation. Girl, you know that I was in love with you from the start. Girl, I really need you in my heart right now. Gotta get your loving anyway, anyhow. Do I need to get down on one knee? Bring her out the ring, give you the new loving recipe. I can be everything you need and give you good love in the evening. I just wanna put my application in for Valentine's Day. Am I too early, my baby? Don't look at me crazy. Girl, you know I really wanna be your brown skin gravy. Girl, you got a body like a Benz, like a new S-Class Mercedes. And your baby here, I see the extra wavy. Girl, you looking like the one that I want. I wanna take you out to a restaurant. You can get by anything you want. We can serve and turn, baby, after I spit this first Freestyle Friday. Phill Wade is back. Just like your baby hair, tell them to relax. If you need my loving, girl, you know where I'm at. Right here, baby girl, have no fear. Let me whisper some good words up in your ear. I just want you to be mine tonight. Can I body roll on your body by candlelight? What you wanna do now? I'm coming through now. Girl, I really want you up in my house, all up in my space. Girl, I promise if you give me a taste, I won't waste. Girl, I really love to get up at your pretty face and your nice game. Use a nice dream, use a nice thing. I need need you on my team. I wanna give a ring. I wanna make a new single for you, baby.
Sorry to cut it that quick, but you know, at the end of the day, make sure you guys go to the YouTube channel to see the entire thing. See what I did right there. You know, I ain't want to give it to them. You know, they gotta go.
Right.
But nonetheless, that's a Freestyle Friday. Hey, listen, I was floored with a couple of things. First of all, again, your technical acumen is crazy.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, the dude was programming the auto tuning and tuning you up.
Right, yeah.
Who's that? We Make Art. Was that the drummer?
Yeah. That's my homie Nate, beat breaker.
Hey,
fire.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So just seeing that, but the whole thing is that you didn't stop the whole time, and that's crazy to me. And I like being a recording artist. I can write, I can pen it, nothing. Freestyle though, because then I get the questioning while I'm spitting. Does this work? Wait, does that? No, just my mind is not wired that way. So it's impressive, brother, what you're doing. So I'd like to hear from you as far as that video. How did it come together? What's your thoughts on it? Like looking back at it now, what is that like? Whatever, however you choose to respond.
Man, it's just catching a vibe. It's catching a vibe. When it comes to improv, one little tidbit I give is like, when it comes to improvisational things, the number one key is just saying yes. Like, if I say, man, I got a tree and they grow Teslas outside, you should come and get you one, bro. Go with the story and be like, okay, yeah, I'll be over. What color can I, say you just going with the story. You just agreeing to go with it. And that's that's kind of one of the games. It's a piece of one of the games I've played in the improv troupe that when I took some classes back in the day. But when you say yes, you just unlock your mind and you just go with it. I can say a plethora of things. I can say a variety of things, and then it just allows me to have fun with the work that I've already done as a songwriter, the melodies that I play with, or just listening, being inspired, hearing something and just being inspired and just going with it, listening to the music. What is the music? What is it saying to me? What is it telling me to do? What type of vibe or cadence does it make me want to get, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just being very free, and I'm just saying, yes, I just agree. Wherever my mind go, I just let it go and I'll turn it on. It is a peculiar space. I'm not gonna front. It is a peculiar space when you are freestyling. You have to think ahead without thinking ahead because you had to be where you are.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is peculiar, but like anything, you practice it. Like anything, you practice, and you get better at it. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
I got growing up. And I went to high school. My high school was rough. We learned how to snap and joke or whatever. I don't know, what they say where you from, but we learned how to say it real quick. But I learned very early. I got all this backhead. So it's like the way my mind processes. Like it's, I think too much. I think entirely too much. Okay, what about that? Well, that probably is not gonna work. Why is it? I'm too critical. I'm too much of a critical thinker in order for him. So, but I leave that for people like you. That's what's awesome, man.
Appreciate it.
So we at the point in time where we get to pivot. This is my favorite section of the beat. This is a section called Hot Topics, where we gonna give you a series of questions, just so that people can get to know you a little bit better. You prepared?
Let's go.
All right, I love it. I love your fervor with it. Give me a second. Here we go. Hot Topics. So Mr. Wade, check this out. We got what we call this hot topics. Hot topics are a series of questions that are random questions that are designed for the viewers to get to know who you are through these random questions. You answer the questions, people will get to know you a little bit better, but answer them truthfully. Let's have fun with it. You ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Hot topic question number 1. 3 things you didn't know. What's 3 things that the world does not know about Phill Wade, or 3 things that you need to clarify? Because goddamn, they need to put some respect on Phill Wade's name.
Man, that I am, even though we done talked about it left and right, I am more than you think I am.
Okay.
A lot of people come to me for their own, their own separate reasons, but I'm not just that. I'm more than that. So. And then even deeper, it's up to me to show people what I am as well, and not just assume that they should respect me as such. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm more than you think I am. So,
that's
put some respect on me in that regard.
Okay. What's 2 other ones?
Okay. Something else. Man, I'm taking tap dance lessons.
Hey.
I'm taking tap dance lessons, trying to get my Savion Glover, Gregory Hines on, man. Always been a fan. I got pretty good feet, so I just want to always been a fan of that art piece of art. And third, man, I got a strong hand. If you can see it right here, if I can put it right here. I got a strong hand.
Hey, look, I got you.
You feel me? It got me a strong hand. Pretty strong over here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. My 3 you didn't know about Phil. Y'all didn't know that. I know y'all didn't know it.
Hey, thank you for sure, man. You are the champion of this. Next question up. What they say? What from where you from or your walks of life? What are some things that, depending on the territory, because I know you say you traveled a lot and you represent a lot of different places. Shoot out some vernacular, some jargon from these locales that when people go roll through there, they should know what time it is.
Man, when you come to Houston, for sure, this is where I really started getting into my freestyle culture of just like, because the freestyle culture here is just so crazy, East Coast, it was about putting your bars together really literally, what your pen work like, and you of course you have your great artists who get in the studio and don't write anything down, like Big and J, stuff like that. But in Houston, Lil Flip, Lil Kiki, Big Hog, Mo SUC, the whole, Big Pokey, all of that. The freestyle culture was so heavy. So the phrases I learned, you got to know how to come down. I'm coming down. I'm finna come down. You can come down. You can come through. You can break them boys off. That means you really showing them who you are. You about to, you really about to flex on them. Man, bleeding down the block. That means like blood come down. You going down real slow so everybody see the whip. Parking lot pimping. It's a lot of Southern playalistic, like a lot of Southern twang that's down here, and coincidentally.
Good job, for a
Southern flair and dialect really spread all into the music culture as far as screw music is concerned. So shout out to the whole freestyle culture here in Houston. A lot of that lingo it's lasted forever. Coming down, breaking them boys off, swanging, all of that dialect. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's real heavy in the music culture, and it's just normal talking to people. Coming down. They say coming down.
All right. Appreciate it. 2 more questions and hot topics. Netflix, what's on your visual playlist? Something that you watching right now that you know what I'm saying, or a couple of things that you watch that you want to share with your viewers that like they need to check this out.
man, what am I watching on Netflix? Let me see.
But hold on, caveat: it don't need to just be Netflix. It could be Hulu. It could be Disney Plus. It could be Peacock. It could be anything. Just call attention. What do you watch?
I'm supporting my homegirl. Supporting my girl Issa Rae. She dropped rap shit on HBO. Also has another one of my colleagues that I went to school with. Her name is Dominique Perry. She plays one of the roles on the show as well. So I've been watching rap shit on HBO. I watched all of that. I watched The Story of Anne 1. I just watched that. I think I watched that on Showtime though.
Yeah. That's
yo, that joint was hard. And coincidentally, I ended up watching Point Guards in New York, something like that. Point Guards in New York. But yeah, you watched both of those. Yeah, so
shout out to KD on that one.
Yeah. So that was both of those were highly interesting, and I guess one other thing that I'm watching on Netflix right now is two things. Cobra Kai, because I always ran the Karate Kid. So.
It just came back and I just found out yesterday. I was
I gotta watch it, yo. So Cobra Kai fan, I'm gonna watch that. And this other Marvel joint that just dropped, I think it's called Morbius or something like that with Tyrese. But yeah, it's football season too, so we back in the vibes with that. So it's a lot of TV going on. I see you, big dog. I ain't got nothing to say about you, dog.
It's cool.
It's Cowboys Nation over here, baby.
That's fair. Hey, look. I don't want no smoke.
Cowboys Nation over here,
I don't
baby.
want no smoke. But you know what time it is when you did the good 21. It's the only 21 that matter on.
That's my dog. That's the only 21 that matter. That's my dog.
So
we can agree right there.
I'm with you. I took you off on the Cowboys game with everything, bro. My bad. But I think I appreciate you the whole time, man.
No, it's all love. They taking the L right now. Tom Brady putting it to their head, so we good.
just play with you. It's cool. Great team, bro. Great team. No, seriously, you see what I did there. No, but great team. No, seriously, I love that. Not even trying to hold you. Love that. That's the business. Zeke, I don't know if once they paid on that money, that boy went south.
Yeah, it's been pretty peculiar.
And you let Amari Cooper walk.
Let's not even talk about it. We ain't got to talk about it. We don't need no Cowboys.
Okay, I got you. It's sensitive. You know what I'm saying? You don't put it on. You don't get a touch on the wound. You know what I mean?
Man, come on.
All right, last hot topic question. My playlist popping. What's your audio playlist? What are you listening to that gives you the music to get you to get up and stimulate? Man,
I've been going to the gym in the mornings and going in, but I like to work out to R&B music. I do listen to some rap, getting my motivation vibes on, listen to my Nipsey. But I really been listening to I have a homegirl, her name is Susan Carroll. R&B artist here out of Houston, Texas. She's in Cali right now. She's very dope, very crazy. I've been listening to BJ Chicago Kid, his Essentials on iTunes. I've really been jamming that a lot. And the Silk Sonic, real funky vibes. I've been jamming that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really on some R&B kicks right now while I'm being in the gym, pumping out them reps. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I've been on right now. That's been in rotation pretty heavy.
That's what it is, bro. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. And listen, you made it through the hot topics, bro. So I definitely appreciate you for sharing. All your answers were golden, and I appreciate you 1,000%.
My G.
Four more questions, then we go get you up out of here ASAP. But we already, because I know your time is very, very important. We're gonna pivot back to real life. What are your thoughts on today's entertainment industry? You could just touch on it.
Oh man, you can do whatever you want to do. Everything has always had its pros and cons, but the entertainment industry, you could do whatever it is you want to do. Now, how you go about doing it is how you go about getting recognized and staying in tune with yourself. That's always the trick. You know what I'm saying? That's the trick. So, but I believe if you're genuine with yourself and you continue to be consistent and put out good content, good representations of what represents you, and you do it continuously, it'll catch fire. because there's some cheesy rappers out there, there's some cheesy singers and different things. You'd be like, man, that's corny, but they stay consistent with their vibe. And you know what I'm saying? They got on. So in whatever realm of entertainment, yeah, it's a whole bunch of city girls and this and this and this. I'm not hating on none of that because I understand it. It's just the way the world is moving right now. But whoever you are, you can't compare yourself to them. You just whoever you are, you being consistent with your craft in whatever realm of entertainment. Poets, singers, songwriters, producers, fashion gurus, whatever you do entertainment wise, are you putting out quality content and are you being consistent? If you do those two things, it doesn't matter. The entertainment industry can be whatever you make it, and you have the opportunity because it's just like wide open with TikTok and the possibility of going viral in the blink of an eye. But you can't go viral if you don't put out no content because ain't nobody gonna see it. You're not giving anybody the opportunity to big you up. You know.
Real life. Definitely appreciate that answer for sure. People, you need to pay attention to that because that's actually there's a lot of things to unpack in that, man. Seriously.
It is a lot, yeah. We're gonna be talking about that for a minute, yeah, no doubt.
This is a very strong question. How do you feel you have paved the way for young talent?
Oh man, be an example of, you know, what it means to believe in yourself and be peculiar and stick to your guns. Like I be on the internet playing with a baby piano, like you know what I'm saying, and you know. The mother of my child is gorgeous, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So you could do whatever you want to. Don't think it's too corny. You could be on Instagram playing with Ninja Turtles and action figures, making them dunk on each other, whatever. You get on it. What my dog Napoleon Dynamite said? He said, girls like guys with skills. I have nunchucking skills, bow staff skills, computer hacking skills, yo-yoing skills. Whatever your skills are, it don't matter. It does not matter. You know what I'm saying? You can get some fruit from it. You know what I'm saying? However you're looking for it. You can monetize whatever. I don't care if it's building bridges with a toothpick, with toothpicks and popsicle sticks. You can get viral off of that. So it's wide open, man.
I appreciate that. And you know your point, your cool points with me just because to me, Napoleon Dynamite is an under-heralded freaking movie. Like, but you my guy, seriously.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I hope I definitely paved the way. You know, a lot of younger artists tell me, and even people who are on already, they'll come back and be like, man, I used to watch your videos. I was like, you was watching my videos back in there. Like that's so crazy. You know, working out with just talking on social media and connecting with various artists who are on, and just like I know that I'm doing something because people want to emulate what I do as far as the internet and being multifaceted and being brave enough to go outside of the box and show people that they are more than what people see. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I appreciate that, bro. Seriously. Any advice for young aspiring talent? And we talked about this at the top of the show. So what is your advice for aspiring young people outside? You said start.
Yeah, start.
Double down on that.
Man, we gonna double down and we can say finish, man. We can say finish. You get to that middle point, you get to a point where you stuck, you gotta find some inspiration, because from that inspiration is from after there you finish. You get to the finish line and you learn how to wash, rinse, and repeat. And so find something in your life that translates to everything else you do, that can bleed into something that you enjoy doing. So for me, working out, and I'm not gonna necessarily say I enjoy lifting weights, and because that's been a journey in its own, but that being consistent, putting yourself in pain in the morning to get to a greater growth, to get to another position, to get to another level, it bleeds into everything else in my life, as far as wanting to remain consistent, not wanting to lose leverage, not wanting to have time wasted, and you know what I'm saying, you back fat again. You know, you've done spent all this money going and trying, and then you stop for a long time, you back at ground zero. So it's bleeding to everything I do, the consistency, the effort, the, you know, people telling you no, or people you telling yourself no and keep on pushing anyway. Like, it's something about everybody can use globally, as far as working out and how that can bleed into your life, and you know how you are persistent in attaining your goals. Man, if you could find something, it'll just turn, it's turned me up so much. It's turned me up so much. Ever since I started working out, I've even gone up like 40,000 followers on social media. Just it's small things. And it's not because the people know me like that. It's because of the things that I tell myself and the things that I do to fine tune my days. So I'm consistently doing a lot of the same things that eventually yield the fruit that I want, you know, whether it be followers, whether it be money, whether it be a relationship. You're gonna get what you want. You go out there fishing enough, you're gonna get what you want. You know, you out there looking for a baddie with a big booty, you gonna manifest it. Now, who it is, what come with that? You know what I'm saying? My dog, you know what I'm saying? What come with that? It's gonna come with that. But if you continue to work and you continue to be consistent and you're manifesting the things that you want, it's gonna happen. No cliche. Take it all out. It's gonna happen.
My man, I appreciate you. And everything that you said was eloquent. It was to the point. It was knowledgeable. I mean, just so cerebral about who you are. And like I said, just watching you without getting to know you, I was already like, oh, like he's dope. And then there's like sitting actually hearing you and having a conversation with you and talking with you about, you know, philosophies and you know, things, just your way of thinking. And I'm floored because I'm just like, bro, like you're a really cerebral person, and that's amazing. And I didn't expect anything less. I don't want to put that out there. But but at the end of the day, it is what it is. When a person, you know what you're talking to when a person opens their mouth, right? Mm-hmm. So to hear how you put your words together, certainly your choice of words, your voice inflection, things of that nature, they speak highly about you, bro. And at the end of the day, to be able to look at what you have done and combine all that together, it's like, bro, you're a powerful dude, bro. So I am floored and honored to have met you and have talked to you about who you are. People need to know your story. People need to see, because your trajectory is up. So I just need to make sure. I'll be like, yo, hey, I know him. People back home ain't gonna believe me. You know what I mean? What it is. You know?
Love.
Exactly. This is the last and most important question out of all of them. When I say it, I'm sure you'll understand why. How can people learn more about you?
Man, y'all can follow my journey. I'm on. If you see me on Instagram, I'm most likely gonna be talking about some food. I'm always. You can definitely follow me on social media for all booking inquiries. My booking information is on there as well. Book Phill Wade at gmail.com. But for all entertainment purposes, man, y'all follow me on Instagram. We be having a good time over there, you know, talking about all these food. That's one thing we can all agree on. I don't care who you are. Even if you vegan, you looking over on here, see what we got on our plate. It's still going down. So follow me on social media. You're gonna see a lot of entertainment, a lot of Uncle Phil dancing. You're gonna see everything, food, anything that I am, you're gonna see it. So meet me on Instagram, Mr. Phill Wade. That's MrPhillwade on social media.
Exactly. Everything you see below.
You see the links, boom. Yes, sir.
Yeah, hit us up. Hit me up if you need to get to Phill Wade. Hit me up. I will gladly point you to this brother right here. Or maybe I should go that way with it. And make sure you like, subscribe, follow Phill Wade on all social media. And just this brother's light is crazy. So make sure you bask in that light, man. Seriously.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, man, we at the end of time, man. Do you have any last words for people out there so that you know that you want to just share?
Man, I appreciate you for having me on. Once again, I already said it before, but I just want to say it again. It's been a good talk. Man, the time just flew by real like butter, easy. And so definitely been a good talk. We could have probably talked for 3 hours. But yeah, I appreciate you for having me on, man. It's been good.
I appreciate you, brother, and thank you so much. And like I said, yeah, give me like a minute or two after once we conclude this, so we can wrap up everything, and then I can tell you the inner workings of the beat and so forth and so on, and we can connect. But without further ado, we are at time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being a part of this journey of mine with the beat. This is my COVID pivot that's still pivoting, and I'm loving every bit of it. Season 6, ladies and gentlemen. We have some very, very powerful people coming up next, equally as powerful as the brother here and the people that we've had on in previous seasons and previous episodes. I love this journey. This is amazing because I get to meet amazing people. What is your job look like? Whatever. But like I said, it is what it is. I'm Donnie B, got the beats. We live on the beat, but I want to do something different with this episode. We're going to walk this out with Man Crush Monday. It's a skit that Mr. Phill Wade did. And we're going to walk out with that because I love that so much. I'm Donnie B, got the beats. We live on the beat. We out, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I be your Man Crush Monday? Maybe one day we can have so much fun, you and me, girl, someday. Thank the Lord for you like every day is Sunday. Can I be a Man Crush Monday? Tuesday if you need somebody, I will be right by your body. Wednesday if you empty, I can fill you up with all my love. Thursday I'm gonna learn karate so that when we go out Friday, then if you like to the hottie, I'm gonna say don't try me, buddy. Saturday, Tuesday, I'm a man, you a couple days with a couple pancakes, yeah. Do you want a piece of turkey bacon? Can you tell me all about the dreams? Can I help you raise your self-esteem? Can we sing on the play team on Sunday? Let's get back to Monday, oh wait. Can I be your man Monday, maybe one day? We can have so much for you and me till someday. Thank the Lord for you like every day is Sunday. Can I be a Man Crush Monday? Oh, Man Crush Monday. Mama, Man Crush Monday. Oh, can I be your Man Crush Monday?